Welcome to our channel where we dive deep into the unknown, where the shadows stretch out and the whispers of the night become screams. Today we uncover the chilling secrets of the Iceberg mysteries, those behemoths of ice that hold secrets buried deep within. Prepare yourself for a journey into the dark and mysterious, where the only thing colder than the air is the touch of fear itself. The Arctic silence is a heavy thing. It's a silence that seems to stretch on forever, an endless void that swallows all sound. It presses down on you, suffocates you as if the very air is frozen in time. Out there in that frozen wasteland, sailors whisper of a different kind of silence. A silence that carries with it the weight of countless lost souls. The silence of a ghost ship, entombed in the ice, a relic of a bygone era. They say she appears on the foggiest nights, a phantom schooner with sails of frost and a crew of shadows. Her presence is both a warning and a mystery. Some say it's the Black Mermaid, a whaling ship lost centuries ago, her captain driven mad by a siren song. The legend tells of his endless search for the source of that haunting melody. Others say it's a vessel of exploration, frozen in time on its voyage to an uncharted island. A ship that sets sail with dreams of discovery, only to be claimed by the merciless ice. Whatever she is, the ghost ship is a chilling reminder of the ocean's cold grip, a testament to the unforgiving nature of the Arctic waters. Imagine, if you will, the biting wind whipping across your face as you sail through the dense fog. The cold seeping into your bones, each gust a reminder of the peril that surrounds you. The only sound, the creaking of your ship, a sound that seems to echo through the fog, amplifying the eerie silence. And then you see it, a shadowy figure emerging from the mist, a ship that shouldn't be there, a towering wall of ice shimmering under the pale moonlight. The ice glows with an otherworldly light, casting long shadows across the frozen landscape. And nestled within, a ship, frozen in time, its masts and sails encased in ice, a ghostly monument to its final voyage. You try to avert your eyes, but something draws you in, a magnetic pull that you can't resist, as if the ship itself is calling out to you. The ghostly glow of lanterns on the deck, the spectral figures manning the rails. Their forms are barely visible, shrouded in mist and shadow. They're reaching for you, their eyes burning with a cold, hungry light, eyes that seem to pierce through the fog, locking onto you with an unyielding gaze. The legend says that the ghost ship lures unsuspecting sailors closer, their siren song a promise of warmth and salvation, a song that promises safety but delivers doom. But as they draw near, the ice closes in, trapping them forever within its frozen embrace. The ship becomes their tomb, a prison of ice and despair. Some whisper of hearing faint cries in the night, echoing across the ice, the desperate pleas of those lost to the siren's call. Cries that are carried on the wind, a haunting reminder of the ship's curse. So the next time you find yourself gazing out at a frozen sea, remember the ghost ship, forever sailing the icy abyss. A ship that is both a legend and a warning. And pray you don't hear her call, for if you do, you may find yourself drawn into the same icy fate, forever lost to the ghost ship's haunting allure. They say the Arctic holds secrets, whispers from a time long gone. The vast, icy expanse is like a frozen library, its shelves filled with the stories of ancient civilizations and forgotten epochs. And sometimes those secrets thaw, revealing fragments of history that have been locked away for millennia. Deep within the heart of a melting glacier, an expedition made a chilling discovery. These explorers, braving the harshest conditions, stumbled upon something extraordinary, a time capsule, untouched for centuries, its contents perfectly preserved by the ice. It was as if time itself had stood still, guarding these relics from the ravages of the ages. Inside they found journals, diaries, a glimpse into the lives of a people long vanished. These were not just any records, they were personal accounts, intimate stories of daily life, struggles and dreams. But as they deciphered the faded ink, a horrifying truth emerged. The words on these pages were not merely historical records, they were dire warnings. These weren't messages of hope or records of a bygone era. They were warnings, ominous and foreboding, etched with a sense of urgency and despair. The journal spoke of a future consumed by darkness, of natural disasters that would reshape the planet. They foretold events that seemed almost too catastrophic to believe. Earthquakes that would split the earth asunder, tsunamis swallowing entire coastlines, leaving nothing but devastation in their wake, and a plague, a silent killer that would decimate mankind. This was not just a disease, but a relentless force that would bring humanity to its knees. One entry, written in a shaky hand, detailed a vision of the future. The writer's fear was palpable, their words a desperate attempt to convey the horrors they foresaw. A world choked by fumes, the air thick with poison, the land barren and scarred. It was a vision of an earth ravaged by pollution and neglect. The writer spoke of a darkness that would descend, a darkness born of man's own doing. This was not a natural calamity, but a consequence of human actions. Another entry, filled with frantic scribbles, described a monstrous wave, a wall of water that would rise up and consume everything in its path. The sheer scale of this disaster was unimaginable. The writer pleaded with future generations to heed his warning, to change their ways before it was too late. It was a desperate cry for help, a call to action that echoed through the ages. As the expedition studied the time capsule's contents, a sense of dread washed over them. The prophecies were eerily accurate, mirroring the very disasters that plagued our modern world. The prophecies were eerily accurate, mirroring the very disasters that plagued our modern world. The scientists couldn't shake the feeling that they were looking at a blueprint of our own potential demise. Was this a glimpse into an inevitable future, or a desperate plea from the past, a chance to alter our course? The question lingered, heavy and unresolved. The time capsule serves as a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left buried. Yet it also offers a chance to learn, to change, to avoid the fate that those ancient writers so feared. For the knowledge it holds might be the very thing that seals our fate. Or perhaps it could be the key to our salvation, if only we have the wisdom to heed its warnings. Chapter 3. The Iceberg Monster. The Inuit elders have whispered tales for generations, stories of a creature that lurks within the icebergs, a beast of immense power and chilling intelligence. These stories are passed down from one generation to the next, each elder adding their own experiences and encounters, making the legend even more terrifying and real. They call it the Kalupalik, a monstrous humanoid with skin as pale as ice and eyes that pierce the soul. Its appearance is said to be so horrifying that those who have seen it are often left speechless, unable to describe the terror they felt. Fishermen tell of seeing its massive, webbed hand reaching up from the depths, dragging seals and even polar bears beneath the surface. These sightings are rare, but each one adds to the growing fear and respect for the creature that rules the icy waters. Some whisper of kayaks pulled into the freezing water, their occupants vanishing without a trace. The icy waters are unforgiving, and the Kalupalik is said to be the master of this domain, taking what it wants without warning. Legend has it that the Kalupalik uses its haunting song to lure the unsuspecting to their doom. This song is described as both beautiful and terrifying, a melody that calls to the deepest parts of the human soul, compelling them to follow. It imitates the cries of children or the pleas for help, drawing people closer to the edge of the ice. The sound is so convincing that even the most experienced hunters and fishermen have been fooled, leading them to their untimely end. And once they're within reach, the beast strikes, dragging its victims down to a watery grave. The icy depths become their final resting place, their bodies never to be seen again. Imagine, if you will, the vast expanse of the Arctic Ocean, the silence broken only by the wind and the waves. The isolation is palpable and the sense of being watched is ever present. You're miles from shore, surrounded by towering icebergs, their jagged peaks scraping the sky. The sheer size and majesty of these ice formations are both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a reminder of nature's power and the mysteries it holds. And then you hear it, a faint sound like a child's cry echoing across the ice. The sound is faint at first, almost indistinguishable from the wind, but it grows louder, more insistent. You strain to pinpoint its location, your heart pounding in your chest. The fear is almost paralyzing, but you can't help but move closer, drawn by the sound. You tell yourself it's just the wind, but deep down a primal fear takes hold. The stories of the Kalupalik flood your mind and you realize that you might be the next victim. Suddenly the ice beneath you groans, a deep, guttural sound that reverberates through your bones. The sound is unlike anything you've ever heard, a warning that something is very, very wrong. You spin around searching for the source, but there's nothing there. The landscape is empty, but the feeling of being watched is overwhelming. Then you see it. A massive, shadowy figure lurking beneath the surface of the water, its eyes glowing with an eerie, otherworldly light. The sight is both mesmerizing and terrifying, a confirmation of the legends you've heard. It's watching you, studying you, and you know in that instant that you've become the prey. The realization is chilling, and you know that escape is unlikely. The Kalupalik is a chilling reminder that there are still mysteries in this world that we cannot explain. Creatures that lurk in the shadows, waiting to claim the unwary. These stories serve as a warning, a reminder to respect the power and mystery of the natural world. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the heart of iceberg mysteries. We've explored the ghostly tales, the ominous warnings, and the monstrous legends that haunt these frozen giants. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe, because you never know what lurks beneath the surface.